last night that happened, that was the thing I was mad about because I really wanted to talk about Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman and the Chadwick Boseman shit happened.
Right.
That got thrown straight out the window.
So, speaking of things that got thrown straight out the window, we're going straight in this next episode of the Second Turnbuckle podcast. Guys, what in the actual fuck is going on with wrestling right now?
All right, everything is going nuts for the last
everything's crazy.
Yup.
Shit is wild. Real quick, hold up, real quick. Joining us today, we have the captain.
Hey.
We have Mr. Feslow Dollars, the champ.
I just don't miss. I don't.
And representing Sock Leznerd, the number one contender for the Golden Turnbuckle champion, because he had to get his nappies in today. Representing him, we have the former commissioner, Mr. Sock Monkey Mike.
And I'm representing my best friend crowd.
Oh, you guys are best friends now.
It's cute. It's very cute.
I think you stole somebody's gimmick, buddy. Let's see if I can. Let's see if throughout this episode I can jam a wedge into that friendship there.
Good luck.
Okay, so how about this? We're not doing any sort of predictions for Payback, but I want your predictions. And if you get more than half of them right, not only will I bring you back to the podcast, but I will put you in a triple threat for the Golden Turnbuckle champion. But
it doesn't matter what.
But hold on. But, hey, hold on. Champ, I got you. But if you come back to the podcast with higher than 50% correct, you have to align yourself with Top Guy Management Group for the rest of the season.
So if I don't get it right, or if I get it all right?
If you get it all right and you come back, you have to be aligned with the Top Guy.
All right.
Pick your poison, Mike.
It's a deal.
Look, let's weigh the options here, because without it, you're off the podcast, but with it, you get to sit in the grace of the best second turnbuckle, golden turnbuckle champion of all time. I'd say that's a win.
That is a win, yeah.
And wait a minute, because I feel like you talk yourself up, but you always leave out the mastermind behind all of
yes.
this.
We have to give credit to the top guy, the one who brought me back to the podcast. Of course.
So yeah, let's do that.
The sponsor, sponsor of the Second Turnbuckle podcast.
This is true.
No less.
This is true.
Why don't I just imagine you sitting back with a big ass smile on your face, like, it's true. It's true.
Yep.
He's sitting in a high-back armchair with an ottoman. He's got a little whiskey.
Right. He got a cigar. He's chilling.
Yep. Y'all know me so well. That's how he's
going to be in like 20 years.
20 years? Shit.
Okay.
That's how I'm going to be tomorrow.
Big chilling out here.
Tomorrow I'm going to be editing shit. I don't know what I'm going to be editing, but I know I'm going to be editing something.
Hey, so for my birthday, Mrs. Top Guy got me some baseless whiskey glasses. So if you sit them on the table, they'll just spin in a little circle.
Oh, okay, yeah, those are like the dope glasses.
Yeah,
those are very cool.
And now I want one with like the cigar in cut out. It's gonna be lit.
Yeah. All right, so can we discuss something real quick? And I don't know if you guys caught it on the most recent episode of SmackDown, the one that happened last night.
Yeah.
What was up with every single team just starting to disband?
God, I have no idea.
That's been this whole week.
I did not even catch it. The only thing I caught, and I'm sure we'll talk about it when we get to it, is something pretty huge.
I know what you're talking about. It's the alliance at the end of the show, ain't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute. I got something bigger than that.
Hey, hit me with it. Talk your shit, Jay.
Kenny Omega was watching via screen. He was in attendance at SmackDown at the Thunderdome.
Wait, are you serious?
Really?
Yeah,
yes,
no,
sir.
yeah. So people saw the shit.
That's funny.
And everybody was like, "Oh, somebody just took a picture of Kenny Omega," and then Kenny Omega tweeted and was like, "I just wanted to have a good time. I really enjoyed myself."
Hey, like that is the most Kenny shit ever. It was like, I just really wanted to enjoy myself. That's it.
I wonder if he was like a high or something. Not that he needed to be high to watch it, though. That might be true.
If Kenny was high, he's only high on life.
So listen, we talked to someone who's had quite a few matches with Kenny Omega last week, and he said Kenny Omega basically just does what he wants and he enjoys himself. And when he comes back to Independence to wrestle, he's just like, yeah, I just want to work with people who don't hurt me.
I mean, isn't that what every wrestler wants, though?
Yeah, but when you go to Japan, that's not an option.
Yeah. Dude, Japan just like, you know what? Fuck your neck, fuck your back.
Fuck your knees.
I'm not going to continue that.
Yeah, we're not going to go into what that song says after.
Wait, funny story. So when Hulk Hogan was wrestling in Japan, people gave him a lot of shit for wearing knee pads.
Yeah, they did.
So that's why I said fuck your knees, because like, what do you need knee pads for, brother?
All right.
Brother.
Hey, but you know what's really funny? Like, thinking about it, WWE wrestlers get hurt way more on average than New Japan wrestlers. But it's like when New Japan wrestlers get hurt, it's like their career is either over or it's completely derailed.
Yeah.
Shibata.
So it's like, it's either do you want more injuries and less severe ones, or do you want less injuries but more severe ones?
Right.
Probably more but less severe. I mean, probably more but less severe, to be honest.
Like, to be honest, yeah, because it seems like that is like the better of the two options. It's like, yes, I'm out for 8 months, but at least my career isn't over.
I just want to know how, when they're kneeing people in the face, like literally kneeing people in the face. I'm looking at you, Shinsuke.
Yeah.
With your bumae knee. How people's orbital bones aren't just, pits.
Because they're not made out of glass like Austin Aries.
Wait. Wait a minute.
Damn.
Hey, yo! I said this shit immediately started laughing.
Why are you doing like that, bro?
That is Austin Aries.
Well, that's a clip.
Yeah,
that's a clip.
Yeah. That right there. That shit right there.
That is a clip and a half.
Hey, look. Hey, if you want to be ballsy, tag Austin Aries in it.
Oh, I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. I don't like Austin Aries.
I do. Austin Aries is going to kill me.
No, don't worry. He's too busy fixing his eye. You'll be fine. He can't get to you.
He's too busy fixing his eye and not wearing a mask.
Oh, yeah, John Cena reference. You can't see me.
All right. He literally can't see you.
Literally.
You can't see. You can't see me.
I'm like, is it sad that Austin Aries' best time in WWE was when he was behind the commentator's desk?
Yeah.
I liked when he was getting bodied by people.
Yeah, that was fun.
So yeah, guys, I hope I can take this shit out. Hopefully, it's just in my earbuds.
Are you hearing like scratching noises?
Yeah. Scratching noises. Somebody's scratching something.
That's Mike.
That's Mike.
My bad.
Yeah,
my bad.
It's because he's using his phone, so like that's an understandable. Phone mics don't usually have like muffle or noise cancellation.
Yeah.
Damn.
But it does sound like Sock Monkey Mike is doing like the shortest lines of coke, like all the time.
Wow.
Have you really
that was just everybody in the 80s.
Yeah, that was
wrestler in the 80s.
Anyway. It was mostly Micro Man.
Like, all everybody in the 80s.
So hold on, wait a minute.
Some of my family members.
Guys,
and I'm not going to say who.
Guys, shit. Okay, we're so off topic. This
Yeah,
isn't
we
a
are.
shoot the shit episode.
Yeah, we're way
So
off.
let's talk about SummerSlam.
Sure.
So,
I would love to talk about SummerSlam.
So first of all, let me eat some of my words a little bit. Dominic Mysterio was not half bad.
He was not. I was very pleasantly surprised.
However, the way y'all talked up Dominic Mysterio, I thought he was good. He was like gonna get some offense in, and he was just gonna be flying all over the place. This guy had like 3 whole minutes of offense in a 15-minute match.
But here's the thing, though.
To be fair, that's kind of how it should be.
In those 3 minutes, did he not impress the fuck out of you?
So I got a question. Okay, guys, you're in bed with your lady, right?
What? Oh, dear.
This is already a weird question.
Hold on. I gotta set this up. You're in bed with your lady, right? Okay. Or your guy, whatever your sexual whatever it is. Whatever you do, you know, do you. So you in
no
bed.
No judgment.
Yeah. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. It's not my bed. Shit.
Yeah, okay. Keep going.
So listen, you're in bed with your significant other, and they're whatever their personal pronoun of choice is, because it's 2020 and I'm trying to be inclusive. And they're expecting 45 plus minutes of world-rocking, bed-shaking sexual pleasure.
First off,
hold on. No,
I'm gonna need 2 things.
Shut the hell up. I'm talking.
Already, I need 2 things.
Shut the hell up. I'm talking. And it only lasts 3 minutes and 30 seconds. But
man, that's fucking me.
But wait, there's more. There's more.
Shit, that's like 3 times as long as normal.
Wow. Okay. But they look at you disappointed, and then they kind of smirk and be like, you know, it wasn't what I expected, but that was the best 3 minutes of sex I ever had. Didn't get nowhere. Didn't finish. Didn't nothing. But that was the best 3. Like, if I could stretch those 3 minutes like 9 times, we'd be somewhere.
Hey, look, at that point, I see that as an absolute win. I was complimented at the end of that. I'm going to get myself a drink and a smoke.
Oh my God.
I won.
That's a backhanded ass compliment. It's like, look, it was only 3 minutes, but that was the best 3 minutes of sex I ever had.
It's like have you guys seen How I Met Your Mother?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, then never mind. This is not gonna, then the reference is gonna fly right over your head.
I've seen fucking How I Met Your Mother. I love that
So
show.
do you remember Barney's first partner? And she was like, that was the best sex I ever had.
Yeah.
It was like that.
This was the best sex I've ever
had.
So it's like
just like dry, no emotion, just smoking a cigarette.
So that was,
my God.
So that was me, right? I was sitting here like, okay, because like I watched it because y'all said it was good, and I'm like, I mean, yeah.
To be fair, that's probably how it should be, because he's against Seth, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit, but Seth should have been the one that was dominating most of the match. And as much as I did predict Dominic, but I'm glad Seth won, because if Dominic won, that's bullshit.
Yeah, and on top of that, he told Ray not to get involved in that entire match. And it's like, while Ray did at some points try to get involved, it ended up backfiring on him. So it's like, for all intents and purposes, Dominic did exactly what he needed to do. He showed people that he had potential. He didn't overextend himself, but he also didn't underwhelm the entire audience. He gave you exactly what you needed, which was, hey, I'm new to this, but I'm about to show you exactly what the hell I'm about.
I'm new to this, but I might actually be something.
Right, I'll be a champion one day. I mean, it's not going to be a world champion anytime soon, but, you know, I can hold a belt.
Speaking of holding
I'm just
belts,
saying, though.
Speaking of holding these belts, Randy Orton lost via a backslide pin in 2020 at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I was mad.
I wasn't.
I was honestly a little bit pissed off.
Oh, man. Dude, okay. So, when last episode I was here, I said, if I do end up losing this belt, it's going to be the SummerSlam, right? And the only reason why I said that is because historically, whenever SummerSlam comes around, I dip off of the network, and I know that pay-per-view is going to be trash. But the one time that the pay-per-view is actually somewhat decent is when all of my predictions come full circle. And the one match where I didn't know for a fact I was going to get any points on was the Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. I just threw caution to the wind and chose McIntyre. But the fact that Randy lost to a backslide pin and not a Claymore from the heavens is the funniest shit in 2020. That man got ratioed.
Yeah.
Randy Orton was like, I'm gonna dominate Raw for the previous month and a half, but when it comes to SummerSlam, I'm just gonna lose and go to the backstage. Randy took that backslide pin and went to go drink some whiskey, Jack.
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
That man said, I'm collecting a paycheck today.
I'm gonna get it.
It's mine. I'm here for it.
So wait, and since we're talking about everything right now, is McIntyre out of Payback?
I don't believe so. I hope not. I hope he has a match.
Because it's Randy Orton versus Keith Lee at Payback.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So
which should be excellent.
What the fuck? No, because Keith Lee's gonna lose.
No,
Ooh,
like I
I
said,
disagree.
Listen. All right, so like I called the end of SummerSlam, kinda, I'm gonna somewhat call this. Keith Lee is beating Randy Orton. There's no way he's not beating Orton. But it's gonna come at the cost because I think this is gonna set up like a 3-match program for them. I think Keith is gonna get some sly shit win, just like McIntyre got in the first match. Randy Orton is going to torture him for a month, beat him at the next pay-per-view, and then Keith Lee is going to go absolutely ape shit and fuck up everybody. Listen, I see Retribution coming to the ring and getting their ass beat by a single Keith Lee.
Oh, way to fucking
yeah, I'm calling it.
Way to destroy all of that good old booking WWE's been trying to do lately.
Yep.
It's like, yeah,
fuck it. Fuck it.
Fuck it all. Fuck it.
And also, good booking in WWE should not be in the same sentence.
Listen.
It shouldn't be in the same sentence. Let's be real.
Speaking of good booking, because we're just like, we have so much to talk about. We're just gonna like segue.
We just need to bullet point it. Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. We're moving on. Shit. The Universal title match was a lot better than I thought it would be. And that ending, though.
Okay. That ending was absolutely excellent, and I halfway called it.
Yeah.
Because and it's funny though, I halfway called it, like, before it happened. You know, I was talking to you guys, and I think what I said was, alright, hear me out. I pulled up the 2 hands up. Hear me out.
Wait, hold on.
What if Roman Reigns is the leader of Retribution? And Jay's response to that was possibly one of the most prolific sentences on the planet, which was, nah. he just said no. And I was like, wait, all right. I said hear me out, and you just heard one word. But
I said one word.
Alright, he said one word. And I was just like, listen, like, Roman Reigns should be the leader of Retribution. Purely because he's the only person who can lead that group where it makes absolutely 100% sense that he does. Because no one on the planet has failed him more than WWE and the fans. And that's exactly what Retribution is taking their anger out on, which is WWE and the fans. And what just cemented that feeling for me, even though it didn't happen the way I really wanted it to happen, which was Retribution coming out, destroying everybody, and then Roman Reigns showing up and then helping them destroy the shit out of everybody. But, like, him showing up with those absolutely beautiful pearly whites and that new T-shirt that says "Wreck everybody and leave" just kind of it just feels right.
Yeah.
It feels pure.
Listen, but
there are some things in wrestling you do just because they feel right.
Guys, let me talk, damn it.
Talk your shit, Jack.
I don't think shut the fuck up. I don't think that Roman Reigns.
All right, go ahead.
I don't think that Reigns leading Retribution is the right thing to do right now because he has a perfectly good Paul Heyman.
But what if Paul Heyman is a talking point for the group? None of them have to cut a promo ever again.
Nah.
You fix so many problems with Retribution by having Roman Reigns as leader and Heyman as the mouthpiece.
I'm like, that's perfect. And then just have, like, Retribution versus WWE. Like, it could be Nexus, but actually done right.
With a purpose. Because, I mean, Nexus had a purpose, sure. It was to get the big NXT guys over. But eventually, at some point, it would just fall apart. Also, unpopular opinion, Nexus would have fallen apart eventually. Anyway.
What if the Nexus comes back? Because they're talking about a Nexus reunion. What if the Nexus reunites to take on Retribution?
They had a Nexus reunion in the Indies somewhere.
And also, Wade Barrett hinted towards a reunion on NXT.
Yeah.
When he was commentating, which I thought was absolutely awesome. Just having him there. I feel like he should try, or they should try to book him as, the full-time commentator on NXT. Just purely because he is the right choice. He was like I wouldn't say the poster child of NXT season 1, but he was definitely the person. Like he was the guy.
Yeah, like
that they clearly looked at.
Absolutely no question. Yeah. So that's the thing. We're gonna have a triple threat match for the what? And I'm really upset.
Why, that Braun Strowman is still in the title picture?
No, that the Fiend is gonna lose so quick.
Okay, I don't think the Fiend. Okay, listen. I don't think the Fiend is losing. So, I know that sounds crazy, but I don't think the Fiend is losing purely because if they have the Fiend lose, right, you can no longer use that character effectively.
But here's the thing:
then have it just against Bray Wyatt.
Wait,
and it's like
that'd be dope.
Yeah,
but
if he shows up as Firefly House, Bray Wyatt, we're good.
But okay, so here's my deal. Somehow, some way, that belt is getting off the Fiend and getting on to Roman Reigns.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know.
Especially after Friday.
I don't
Especially
know
after Friday.
But somehow, some way, the belt is going to move from the Fiend to Bray Wyatt. So, honestly, if this is why we're having it as a triple threat match, great, Let Braun take another pin. Fuck Braun.
Damn!
Fuck him.
Yeah.
All right. I need to know, where has your hatred for Braun Strowman stemmed from? Like, what was the turning point?
Boring?
When did it happen?
This whole title reign.
Except from the moment you won the championship belt to now.
Like, his first defense against The Miz and Morrison. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Did nobody ask for this shit?
The Miz and Morrison only got that title defense because they got a new team. Changed my mind.
You know what? Yeah. I mean, to be honest,
Vince McMahon was like, this is the closest you're going to get to a heavyweight championship again.
And ever
Either
in
of you.
Morrison's case.
Wait, hold on. He was like he was the C champion.
The C, what? Fucking ECW?
The C's championship belt. But then again, Chavo held that belt.
Right, that belt means jack shit. That belt has not held purpose since Heyman was working on ECW.
Well, I mean, there was Mark Henry and then there was CM Punk, so it did something.
What did they do? Well, what did they do with that belt that they couldn't have done with any other belt in the company?
Put it on Matt Hardy.
Ooh. Ooh.
And Chavo Guerrero.
I want to say something about that, but I'm like, I feel like that is the shadiest shit that has been said so far.
Yeah, so this should be a clip too. I'm really sad that the Kirk has had to leave. So we have another clip for him. We have 2 clips in 1 episode.
Look at that. Aren't we productive?
This just got to be a clip because this episode is going out today. He's back! Yay!
Yeah, sorry. There was tea. I realized I walked out into the living room to get some water, and I was like, "Oh shoot! We're not recording on Facebook. I don't have mute," so I just left really quick.
We probably should record on Facebook because, like, Mike's over here is still snorting little tiny lines of cocaine.
Wow.
I'm just glad I'm not the only one that hears it.
No, like, honestly, I didn't know that that's what you were hearing because I'm just like, I thought we all just kind of knew that somebody was actually typing their mic. And I'm like, all right, I mean, it's live. We're on Anchor. It's not Facebook, so.
I mean,
I was just like, okay.
Anchor works so much better than Facebook last week. And so I'm like, let's try it. Let's not talk shit about Anchor, guys.
No, we can't talk shit about Anchor because Anchor is the MVP. And I ain't talking about WWE.
You're damn right.
Anchor is the best app ever.
That you weren't very convincing, so don't get on Anchor and do an ad because you didn't convince me of shit. Anchor is the best app ever.
he
it's better than the greatest match ever.
This is what happens when you represent Leznerd. You actually take a hit to your own speaking ability.
Wow. Okay, fine. I'll do this. Anchor is the best app to use podcasting. It is the best to connect your friends from wherever you are. Anchor, the best app ever.
Fuck yeah.
I feel like I'm on a telemarketer call.
Fuck yeah. That's how you do it, Mike.
Thank you.
You're gonna kill it. You're gonna kill it at the Catalina wine mixer.
Yeah. Hey, look, but it works well because, like, even though he's using his phone mic low-key sounds nice as fuck.
Yeah, no,
it works.
Tiny lines of cocaine.
I was actually gonna ask him, like, what mic are you using when we first started, like, before we hit, like, actual record?
An iPhone mic.
Like, oh, wait. Right,
an iPhone 11 mic.
Look at that. That shit is nice. Oh, let me plug my phone in.
Yeah, you should do that.
And this is on 2 hours of sleep.
So you did sleep.
You know what put me to sleep this week, though? On the low?
I mean, anime was good this week, though.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm saying it. AEW put me to sleep this week.
So let's talk about AEW because I wanted to talk about AEW, and I'm not gonna say it's hot garbage.
It's pretty hot right now, and it's also low key pretty garbage. So that's it's a fair statement.
I'm not gonna say it's hot garbage, but there's some times where it just seems like it had its bright moments this week. Hold on, if I could just like talk about AEW from like an owner's perspective.
Shoot.
Hi, my name's Cody. You're my listener.
I'm ignoring it. Please continue.
I wasn't get shit done in WWE, so I decided I'm gonna make a wrestling company for all my fans. And that's it.
No. He didn't just make it for his friends. It's his friends and his mentor.
My friends and Chris Jericho.
There you go. That's AEW in a nutshell. It's Chris Jericho versus the Friends. And, like, it got so boring this week that I didn't even care about what happened. And the only 2 things that I pulled from that episode was the Dark Order pulling off the casket meme.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was genuinely funny.
But they're all white and have no rhythm, so it was really awkward.
Right. It was, but it was funny though. That's what made it funny. And Hangman getting kicked out of the Elite.
And that was dope.
That was it. That was something that needed to happen for a very long time. I'm surprised that didn't happen from the jump in AEW.
Nah.
Like, But, I can't expect too highly right now because it's just...
It's one of those things where it feels like you're taking way too long to tell this story. So, this Hangman Omega story.
But they have time to do it, though, which is why I can't blame them for that.
But that's the most interesting story they have.
It is. It should have been #1 program, but my thing, I can't be mad at the time they're taking to tell the story because it's COVID era. It's not like majority of us have anywhere to go. We're not going to miss much of anything because it's going to happen. We're going to see it. It's going to be live for us to enjoy. So why not take the time to tell a cohesive story? They're not WWE where they're on a pay-per-view schedule where they got to get a full story for a match out in 4 weeks' time.
But the rest of the stories are pretty garbage.
Yeah, that's why I have an issue with AEW, is that it's Chris Jericho versus the Best Friends, and not the Best Friends in their thing, I'm talking about the Elite. And it's just, you have to have balance if you want a full program to be great.
Their entire women's division is in shambles.
Shit.
So, you have some of the best tag teams in the world, and this is what I made a point that, AEW wants to tell stories at the expense of, not making each other look bad. So, they have some of the best tag teams in the world, but they're not putting them together.
Yeah.
You know what I think is part of it is, they see the 50-50 booking thing in WWE and it creates a lot of jobbers and shit. And I don't think they want, other than Dark, they're totally okay with having jobbers on Dark. But when you're on Dynamite, they want, anybody could be world champion. But that's just not true. You just that can't be the case.
So,
Wrestling has to have jobbers.
Let me tell you what
and I feel like
creates.
They're trying to make everybody something, and you can't do that.
So let me tell
For every Hulk Hogan, there's a Doink the Clown.
But let me tell you what this creates, though. So right now, you still have jobbers. But now you have, tiered system of jobbers. So it's not just this person jobs. So you have your Dark jobbers who get beat all the time, and then the people who beat them on Dark all the time go to Dynamite, and then they job to everybody else.
Yeah, I think right now, Dynamite in general and AEW it's at its beginning. Remember, it started in October, and everybody was thinking it was going to help beat WWE.
No. You cannot sit here and have that many wrestling minds. You have legit the best wrestler in the world for the past couple of years on the roster.
You have Matt Hardy and Dustin Rhodes. How are you not booking this better?
So hold on.
True.
Let me tell you who they have employed. Damn it, Kurt. What the fuck? Anyway. You have
just keep jumping in and out.
Arn Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Tully Blanchard. Dustin Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Who, even though I give him shit, he's the son of the Dusty Rhodes. He's the youngest son of Dusty Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
He knows put on a damn good match.
Shit. We have the ass man Billy Gunn,
mm-hmm.
who was a great wrestling mind.
Yeah.
Jim Ross, Taz,
mm-hmm.
Tony Schiavone. These are just people who have a decent mind for wrestling. And then you look at their roster. Brian Cage, Lance Archer, John Moxley, MJF,
Stan. Can't forget Stan.
Sean
Darby
Spears.
Allin.
I'm not calling him Sean Spears until he gets a legitimate victory and does something in the company. He's Stan until further notice.
Stan.
Wow. He was so hot coming in. He was so hot coming in. They immediately put him against. Oh, Jesus.
Cody. It's here's the thing, though.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Stick a pin right there. What the fuck is wrong with AEW and chairs?
Huh?
What the fuck is wrong with AEW and chairs? This is We've had the second instance of a wrestler grabbing the wrong non-gimmick chair and fucking somebody up with it.
Because they only make like one gimmick chair and leave him around like a very good convincing gimmick chair and put him around a whole bunch of other non-gimmick chairs, and you just expect them to look at all these same looking chairs and go, "That's the one."
They don't put like a tiny little red strip along the back of like little tape, and they're like, "This is the one."
And it's like, on top of that, it's also like, you are expecting these people who are bashing their heads up against shit, punching each other, fucking falling down, getting dizzy, like running the gauntlet in a ring to remember something as minuscule as a chair that is not marked.
And this is me coming to Sammy's defense. Why are you like shitting on Sammy backstage because he grabbed the wrong chair? Like, I kind of feel like that's your fault.
That is.
That's all your fault.
A little bit.
When I saw Hardy get hit and like his head busted open, like I was like, "Ooh, that shit looks like it hurts." But like, I wasn't immediately looking at Sammy like, "You bitch! I can't believe you've done this." Like, it's fucking wrestling. It's not ballet. How many times does that need to be said? You're going to get fucking
accidents happen.
Right.
All the time.
So I can get it if Hardy was mad at it because he's the one that got hit.
Which is understandable.
But it's like, how long has he been in the business?
Who is Hardy getting mad at? Because clearly we've only gimmicked one chair and we have 8 chairs at ringside. So I just got punched in the face several times and I have to figure out which chair is the one that's not going to fuck somebody up.
Yeah, and you have a fucking 12.5% chance of getting it right.
And wait a minute. How come someone doesn't like slyly because this is professional wrestling. How come someone doesn't slyly motion off camera to Sammy Guevara that, hey, this is the chair that you're supposed to hit Matt Hardy in the face with?
Or better yet, why not get one of Sammy's teammates and have him hand them the chair?
Something.
They're fucking heels. I don't see why you don't just do that.
It's like, hey, bro, use this one.
It's like, bro, how is that going to hurt their reputation? They're already assholes.
Yeah.
This is complete. This is factual information.
And honestly, go 2 weeks from now, is anybody going to remember the fact that one of his goons at ringside handed him a chair?
No.
Not at all.
It's like common sense only exists when it's like, common sense in AEW only exists when it comes to jobbers fighting jobbers. Because I'm just like, clearly there's going to be a better option. But it's like when it comes to simple shit, such as, marking a gimmick chair that isn't going to hurt your stars, it doesn't make any sense at all to them. They're just like, fucking, what is this?
And it's one of those things. It's one of those things where it's like, we've already had an incident of this, so why
isn't there a better system?
Right. What the fuck is going on here, guys?
What's up?
What the fuck is going on here, guys? Why?
AEW is a fucking bore fest for the last couple of weeks. It's just
honestly, I don't know. I really don't.
I can't say that. I cannot say that.
I can. I can absolutely say that.
Not with the way they just buried the shit out of Cody.
Literally. But like, here's the thing though. Cody has held on to the TNT belt for how long?
Too damn long.
Yeah, too long.
Too damn long.
So
did you really bury Cody Rhodes? No, you didn't, because he's fucking Cody Rhodes.
Well, I didn't like that either, because you book yourself into a corner.
You should have been Shawn Spears.
No. First of all, you booked yourself into a corner because Cody can't challenge for the World Heavyweight title.
But if that's the case, then why isn't Cody on fucking Dark helping out the younger stars?
You would think.
So I think
it's like you can't do anything in the title picture. Fuck.
So again, my question I posed in the group chat, and we're about to jump off this because we're still going to talk about the rest of SummerSlam. Why hasn't Kenny Omega challenged Moxley for the belt yet?
Because it's Kenny Omega. You can't just throw him in the title picture like that.
Yes,
I get it.
Yes, the fuck I can.
No, the fuck you can't, because he's Kenny Omega. The man just came off of one of the best runs in New Japan, where everybody knew his name, and yes, you could throw him in a title picture for fucking AEW immediately off the bat. Of course you could do that, but what's the point of doing that? Give Kenny something he can work with, and that's just giving him the slow build. The thing that made everybody enjoy Kenny Omega was that he was a hard-working individual who got pushed into a bigger group and became the head of that group, but still continually pushed towards the top.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna cut you off right there. The reason we put Kenny Omega in the title picture is because in AEW we actually acknowledge the fact that other wrestling promotions exist. So it's not like this self-contained universe. Like, in a way, the WWE universe is a universe into itself, and if you go to somewhere else, it doesn't fucking count.
It doesn't exist.
Right. Yeah. Like, fuck that. Unless we own it. Unless we own the shit. But other than that, it's...
All right. I gotta go for like 20 minutes. If you guys are still on, I'll be back. I gotta run an errand real quick. It's actually important. I'm just saying. So if you guys... Why is your captain so quiet?
You could have just sent a text, my brother.
Right.
Well, it's like, if you guys are like, why is the captain so quiet? And then everybody's wondering where I am.
As if we get to see your name disappear.
Right.
But I get what you're saying. All right. I'll be back.
See, guys, the captain thinks he's so important that he has to tell everybody where he's going.
Congratulations, the captain has pulled a reverse Lesnar.
He did. I was just about to say that. All right, guys. Captain, out.
Out. God damn it.
Oh.
Yo. Oh my god. I keep fucking coughing because I can't breathe. I'm laughing too damn much.
He just put a Seacrest. Seacrest out.
Oh man.
But yeah, like, so we can actually acknowledge the fact that he's been the best wrestler, one of the best pro wrestlers in the past 5 years. At least twice he's been Wrestler of the Year. So why not put the 2-time Wrestler of the Year and actually make this like a legit thing up against the Jon Moxley?
Because it's Kenny Omega still. It's like, he's the fucking champion. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world. So it's like, if you want to do something that isn't like WWE, where you get some of the best wrestlers and still book them in the highest position no matter where they are, it's like you build up different stars. I think Kenny Omega, honestly, has had one of the least problematic runs in AEW. He came in, he had a couple of matches when he started, and he became tag champ. That's a good start.
No, that's not a good start. Let's take the legit stars we have and put them up front, and then build other stars to come up under them instead of just trying to like build each division. You don't need but hold on, wait a minute, stop. You don't need to build AEW's tag team division by putting 2 singles wrestlers together in a tag team. That didn't need to happen. Damn it. You pushed what? Who'd they win the belts from? You pushed SCU and you pushed Hangman and Omega when you have the Young Bucks, Butcher and the Blade, which I was not aware of, but they're fucking great. Best Friends, Lucha Bros. I'm missing somebody. I'm missing a bunch of Private Party. I wasn't thinking of Private Party. The Best Friends. I probably said them already. But
you did.
You have all these talented tag teams. The Hybrid too. But instead you're making these goofy ass, silly ass, stupid ass tag teams like the Nightmare Family and Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela.
Alright. I feel like,
and you have FTR. FTR. Motherfucking R.
They came late in the game, though. They're recent. They're one of the most recent acquisitions.
And the Jurassic Express? Why do you need to put 2 singles wrestlers together when you have a stacked division like that?
I get it. And I want to say that the reason why they did that is because they saw that they had a bunch of tag teams that were absolutely amazing, but they didn't have any named stars, really, when they first jumped in. And it's like, yes, you could say SCU is their, like, mainstay, big name group. in there. And of course, you could also say the best friends are as well. But as far as solid names, Hangman Page, Kenny Omega, those are fucking names.
Don't forget the Bucks. Don't forget the Bucks. Proud and powerful.
Of course, like that's what
Proud
I'm saying.
And powerful.
I get that. But they're also a part of that. They're also a part of that group when it comes to Hangman and Kenny Omega. They're fucking huge names, and they're bigger than every star in their division.
So why do we have two single stars that are about to break up holding the tag team up?
Because they're about to break up. They're transitional champions. Now, while this transitional period has been very long,
it's a long-ass transition.
The matter is, yeah, it is a long-ass transition. But I feel like the people they're about to transition into are going to be worth it. It's going to be absolutely worth it. But you have to take the time to build these stories, which is why I told you before, AEW is right now at a point where they're just buying time. They're buying time, and they're trying to build these stories up over that time.
Okay, so I hear what you're saying. Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking this happy birthday thing now because like I'm trying to clean the house as much as I can while I'm here. We got to go help good brother Wayne move a little later, so I'm trying to get done what I can now. So yeah, you have. So I get FTR came to fucking company AEW. What was the plan if they weren't on the way?
If AEW wasn't on the way, or who? FTR?
FTR did not join.
Honestly, if I believe that if they had any other choice for those tag belts, your options are the best friends because of the program he's running.
It should have been the best friends for the lockdown performances they put on, but they fucking forgot about that as soon as everybody else came back to the show. Fucking bastards.
Yeah, the best friends are your best option, and other than that, right now you have the entire Eddie Kingston stable. Anybody in that group can snatch those belts.
Yo, what if they run the Freebird style?
Yeah, I honestly feel like that's what they're gonna do. I feel like if anybody in that company is holding all the gold, it's that Eddie Kingston crew.
They better. But like, I just don't understand, man. But that's enough of AEW because they did do something right by taking that belt off of Cody finally.
Yeah. I feel like how we should rebook AEW should just be its own episode.
Yeah, the start from now, we should do that.
Yeah.
So, we're still going with this whole golden whatever role models thing in WWE. It doesn't make sense, but fuck it. I guess. I don't know who's gonna turn on who now. They kind of made the Sasha Banks look like a whole.
Like I said, it feels like every stable in WWE is on the verge of breaking up after SmackDown.
which is cool, It's like,
but like the only tag team I can say that doesn't fit in that would be Sasha and Bayley because that started at SummerSlam.
So this is cool for me. I don't mind. That's actually
another Bayley Sasha program. That's money.
No, like I don't mind the dissension forming on SmackDown right now because you have a hot ass Retribution who has no dissension in their ranks.
Yeah.
So like fuck yeah, like let's do that. Let's play on these stories because it seems like Miz and Morrison are next.
Yeah.
Because like the Miz is never there when Morrison gets his ass beat. What kind of friend are you?
Man, look, Miz just be showing up late. I just feel like he's dealing with the kids backstage and Maurice, and it's just like, ah, shit, I gotta go outside. And by the time he gets there, it's like Morrison is getting stomped out.
And he's like, what happened?
Right. It's like, you weren't here.
Oh.
It's just like Morrison is just beaten, bloodied on the floor.
What the fuck happened? I just left for 5 minutes.
I just went to go get a froyo.
That does sound like something the Miz would say. Like,
bro, it's absolutely something he would do. It's either that or I was cutting H cheese.
And he would actually say, he'd actually say froyo.
He would.
I want to go get some froyo.
you some froyo. What are you doing?
And I got you some too.
Like, hope you like bubblegum.
And
I hate bubblegum.
Wait, and it's like, but I got you some froyo, bro. I was getting my ass beat. I'm getting my whole ass beat, but I got you some froyo, my guy.
It's just like, I'm lactose intolerant. It's like, but froyo.
Damn.
But froyo. I feel like that's just like the whole skit right there.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
But yeah, like there is a hell of a lot of dissension on SmackDown.
Yeah, and then like
the Lucha House Party, just arguing after every match now.
Yeah. Speaking of dissension, there's some dissension in the Artist Collective. Sami Zayn is back.
Thank the heavens! Like it feels like everybody who had an issue with coronavirus is now just jumping back on.
Funny story. I don't have my knife.
And I think that's Thunderdome.
Funny story. Thunderdome. Yeah, the Thunderdome is just so great. No, I'm joking. The Thunderdome makes people ignore the whole fact that we're in a whole ass pandemic.
Yep.
But I think what they said was there was enough room for them to be there and social distance properly,
which is good. Yeah. You know, if they're doing this and they're being smart about it, which is very rare for WWE, then I say go for it, because you know it's while it is not an essential business in a time where everybody is stuck at home, you can't really get much done. Entertainment is really all we have as a free time. And being able to sit down and watch simple things such as wrestling or your favorite TV show, it's really what takes the edge off of doing nothing.
Like I never did nothing, but
you know what I mean.
Yeah. We'll probably take this out by ourselves. The top guy take over a little bit here.
You already know what it is. Shout out to the top guy here.
You already know. We got a few more minutes left. So Sami Zayn is back. Back to the Thunderdome. It's not like oh yeah, we're doing this for the safety of our performers. It's more like we need more ratings, and AEW is bringing live fans in back. What do we do? Vince McMahon, some Black Mirror shit.
It really is some Black Mirror shit. It's just cameras everywhere. And I think the funniest thing about the Thunderdome, hands down, is when they did like the Falls Count Anywhere matches, and they walk up the ramp, and then you just see like from the side, it's just nothing but TV.
Right.
I'm like, listen, y'all couldn't make any of these screens curved.
That'd be great. Like, we have the technology, and then like they have to work on their crowd noise, because the
crowd noise is stale.
It's worse than in the video games. That's
saying something. That really is saying something. Video games are fucking awful when it comes to crowd noise. And it's like the way that they could beat that is simply by going into older, like, wrestling shows, or like just like the rest of their older ones, and just cutting out the audio where they're not chanting for anything specific.
Right, you know? Do that.
And then snatch the names. Like, you do it for the fucking WWE games where it's like you chant and you're clearly chanting names. You tell me that you can't go in and find someone chanting Roman's name? Can't go in and find anyone chanting Strowman's name? Can't go in and find anybody chanting fucking
Jeff Hardy?
Right. Scotty Goo's name? Like, you have all the tools. You have so many tools to handle this shit, and WWE is just going for the laziest tactic at all times because it saves them money.
Yeah, they spent all the money on paying off the governor of Florida.
Right. Just doesn't make any sense. It's a silly concept, but you know, if a silly concept is done right, it's really silly.
But it looks a lot better.
It does. It feels better because it's a lot better than you know, Mania.
But I mean, we can only beat the shit out of fans. We can't beat the shit out of fans anymore.
No. But just imagine if Mania happened in the Thunderdome. I think we would have an entirely different concept of how Mania went.
But nobody would have cheered, though.
Nobody would have cheered, but Mania would have felt a whole lot better. Mania was still good this year, but like, it's only as good as COVID would have allowed.
Yeah.
But hey, that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. I'm actually more excited for Payback than SummerSlam.
I'm still surprised at that.
Like
because SummerSlam was a miracle.
The fact that they could pull this shit off was a miracle.
The fact that they're trying to pull this off is insane.
Right. It's
like one week after SummerSlam, you're dropping another pay-per-view?
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
That is the ballsiest fucking move on the planet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I shouldn't be surprised considering that Vince McMahon decided to bring back XFL this year.
And now The Rock owns it?
Right, now The Rock owns it. So honestly, nothing that concerns any WWE property or anything that has been owned by Vince McMahon should surprise me.
I honestly still think that Vince McMahon is going to be heavily involved in this shit.
Oh, there's no way he's not. It really isn't.
Because it's The Rock shit.
It is, but the one thing Vince McMahon refuses to do is admit failure.
The
day he admits failure is the day that Vince McMahon actually just dies.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to cease to exist. He's going to turn into dust. He's going to melt like the Wicked Witch of the West the minute he says, I failed.
I've been defeated. No!
Hey, he's going to fall like Anakin did. He's going to jump over Obi-Wan with the fans, admit he failed, and fall straight back into the lava.
So I have the high ground.
Like, that's it. I failed. Dude, it's going to sound like a fucking Street Fighter. Street Fighter 2 when you lose. K.O. Perfect.
Perfect.
That's going to be the whole run.
He's just you. I think we've seen the birth of the Black Nerd podcast.
Yeah, the last 2 episodes have been fun. But I honestly think that pretty much covers the majority of the things that have been happening lately in wrestling.
Yeah, we talked about Roman Reigns coming back.
We didn't talk about that in detail. We actually did not talk about that in detail.
So I think we'll save that for our midweek episode.
Yeah, I feel like that's a smart move because that right there, that concept deserves its own little moment. Because how many times have we said that is a perfect move?
Yeah.
Like, it's realistic for the last 3 years. How many times have we said, man, Roman Reigns should team up with Paul Heyman?
Often.
Because, like, that's one of the most brilliant things about Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns is that they often bring the best out of each other. But more importantly, Paul Heyman brings the best out of Roman.
Paul Heyman brings the best out of everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think CM Punk could get any better.
That is true.
And then they put him with Paul Heyman. So
just like that is like one of the most. I hope that Roman's run with Heyman lasts longer than Punk's did.
It needs to, because I think Heyman and Reigns are more believable than Heyman and Punk, because Punk was a good talker by himself.
Yeah. Dude, you know what I just thought about? Imagine if Brock Lesnar comes back and he teams up with Roman and they become tag champions.
Oh, fuck that. Okay. And on that, we gotta go. We gotta go, guys. This is too much for me right now. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Second Turnbuckle podcast. I'm gonna go contemplate what the fuck I just heard. Enjoy the rest of your day and whatever you do, and please don't be a dick.
You just finished listening to another fantastic episode of the Second Turnbuckle Wrestling Podcast. If you liked what you heard, go ahead and give us a follow on Anchor and favorite the podcast so you'll have an in-app notification when we upload. We're everywhere that you can listen to podcasts, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Anchor does it all for us so you guys get the content you want as quick as can be, with episodes like our review of Undertaker's The Last Ride, which don't end up on YouTube, Anchor exclusive. We upload to podcast distributions a day before YouTube. If you're listening on YouTube, go ahead and give us a subscribe and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a single upload. Follow us on Twitter at OG_STP, everything capital, on Instagram at OGSTP, everything lowercase, and on Facebook, just search the Second Turnbuckle Wrestling Podcast, and we'll be there for anything you may want to discuss on social media. Thanks you guys for listening. This is Captain, signing off.